So I arrived at one of my favorite shops and one of the good shops in the area here in Daly City, and but it's lunchtime, everybody's gone, and I got that there's 3 vehicles, but he didn't give me the RO numbers or descriptions. So while they're at lunch, I'm hunting them down. Oh, look at that one has a leak right there. This is so this person's car is going to run low, or is already low, and they don't know it. But the front end accident was so small, it did nothing to the condenser, so I don't need to do anything with it. But they have a leaking system. See, this is money. Now this is either, and it's a hybrid, so they're going to slowly go low on refrigerant, and if they're unlucky, it'll burn out that expensive electric compressor. Then you need, and it looks like it's only leaking at the seal instead of the condenser itself. But then you need a new condenser, flush out the system, expansion valve, a couple $1,000s later, all because of that leak. That's money sitting there. So this one I found, he has a new condenser on it, so he just gave me, the worker was at lunch, but I asked him and he said, yeah, that's it. And let's see, what else do we have here? There's front end damage. There's front end damage. So what do we got here? And I don't see that they will, oh, well, the metal is shoved. It was hit here. This looks like it's pushed, not too bad. I don't think they need me to move this one out. Then coming over to this one, what we got here? A Honda. Oh, let's see if we have a leaky condenser. We got an oil spot here. Not so sure. We got an oil spot right there. You know, it's a Honda, and I think it falls within that 2015, 2019. Let me see their work order. 2016. Yes, this would be one of the ones with the leaky condensers that were under extended warranty. That's money sitting right there. Front end work. Do they need me on this one? Oh, oil. Oh, look at this. Nice oil stain. You see that big oil stain there? You see that big oil stain there? That's the big guy right there. That's not at a fitting. That's in the middle, right at this edge. Oh yeah. So that's money sitting right there. Not so sure about that. This one, do we have a rear? No, this doesn't have rear air conditioning, and they're already far into it, so they don't need me there. In the front, nope, not this one. Oh, this is a project car. Oh shit, what a shame. Oh, mofo. I would hate to be the owner of this one. Talk about me feeling about a sad day. Damn it. Well, whoever owns this car is lucky they came to this shop, because the owner of this shop likes old classic cars, and he's a restorer, and he has his own hot rods and toys and stuff like that. So he has pride in restoring old cars. And when you have a car like this, you just don't want to take it to any slam bam hack shop that has the cheapest insurance and is recommended by let's say a Little Lizard or something like that. And yeah, he's in the right shop for the right repair for the right car, because this is a good shop for that. And we got hanging here. Oh, let's see. He's taking all this apart. So this is going to be one of the ones so I'll take a picture of the invoice. I'll on here, the work order. I'll send it to him and get an okay. But I'm pretty sure he's going to tell me to take this one down, and they're going to have to recharge it, so because he's welding all this in. This is in his way. I just came back from is this one yours? No, but I think that was that one of the ones he wants me to recover. Do you know? Or any of yours? Chino's, okay. Key, yeah, I was looking for Key. Yeah, no, he's not around here right now. All right, thank you. So that's how this goes. Just by looking around, I could kind of figure out what might be needed. What's really obvious. That's the bummer when I come around to a shop and it's lunchtime and everyone, hey Keith. How's things going? Back from vacation. So, do you know any of the ones that need? I was told I have 3 here for recovery, and I spotted one that he already has the condenser, he has it all together, and your technician told me it's ready to be recharged. I see one hanging where all the front needs to be welded up, but the condenser and radiator is hanging in the way. I'm on a search. And I can't get a hold of Pablo Escobar.
This should have been hanging. I don't think he broke the line for this.
Right, and then I was wondering, he's gonna weld that up, so I didn't know what he was gonna do there.
Yeah, I don't think he actually broke the AC line.
Okay.
That one for sure.
Yep. Then, okay, 3 recoveries. All right, I'll get on the one that I know.
Start with that.
And, yeah, by then he'll be back. All right. So this is just part of the day when the full amount of information is not divulged to you to come out, like the RO number, the year, make, model, vehicle, kind of messes up your day. Now what I do see on this one, I see that it's been pushed back and it goes, oh, I see that this is fresh yellow paint. So that's why they put it there. So most likely he's going to tell me to recover this one. And I sent him a picture of the invoice, their RO, their invoice, their RO. And so he can okay it, but he hasn't gotten back to me yet. And we got a whole lot full of cars here. Oh, there's one. Let's see, this one over here. What are we doing? We could look like we got damage here. Replace parts, but I don't think. Nope. I don't think they'll need me on this one. Any damage underneath? Oh, minor. No, nothing that they're gonna need me on this one. You notice all the flaps are closed. Some of you guys in some countries haven't seen that yet. Those are actually flaps that open and close. And I passed by another one up here. What do we got up here? Oh, we got a Prius. Now Prius don't take hits very well. What do we got? Okay. Look at the frame. Look at the support. Oh, we're twisted. No. Oh, look at this. Money leaking. So this system has a leak. Now, here's a question. How much oil do I put back in the leaky system? Do you see this oil here? Let's take a real close look at that. That is actually very, very little oil. There's no dripping oil down here. It's not spread all over. It literally only takes a few drops of oil to do this. Because have you ever taken one drop of oil and put it on a piece of paper? And then you come back the next day and you see that one drop spread out to the size of a quarter or a $50 or $1, depending on the type of oil in the paper. Well, the same situation is going on here. Very, very little oil is seeping out and spreading, and dust is collecting on it, and this is an old leak. So when you recharge the system after putting on a new O-ring, you don't have to put an ounce of oil in here. This is like 1 milliliter. That's it. 1 milliliter, 2 milliliters, not 30 milliliters. And now, if you were going to do the condenser, and it was the actual condenser, then for factory Toyota, you have to look in the books because different cars are in. For factory, it's 45 milliliters on this vehicle. It's ND11 oil. And that's what you would be using with this one if you were changing the condenser. But if you're only doing a small leak, you don't just automatically, oh, I'll put an ounce in. I'll put an ounce in. No, you don't do that. And you don't put in an ounce every time you recharge your system. If there's not literally leaking, dripping oil down somewhere, you don't keep putting in ounces. I get cars that keep going to places they have a slow leak, and every guy puts an ounce in. And after 1, 2, 3 years, it has several ounces of extra oil in it. You don't do that. Stop it, guys. Let's come over here. What do we got? We got obvious leaks. It's hit, but it's not leaking from the accident. This is a pre-existing leak, and by the eyes of this is a Honda? What is this thing? Yeah, Honda Civic. Is it between a 15 and a 19? It's a 19. So this will be, I think the 19 Honda did not include in their extended warranty where they added it 10 years, 100,000 because they made a bunch of defective condensers. So even though you see this really hard hit, it didn't leak. But this was a pre-existing leak. It's dark. It's accumulated dust over a long time, and it turned dark. So this is one of those Honda condensers that's leaking that was under extended warranty. There's a little shadowing right here. Usually you only see shadowing like this, and the untrained eye doesn't catch it. And that actually, in the camera, that actually looks dark. With my eyes, I barely see that. It's just a light shadow. So this one I'll be doing a recovery on. And here's another one in the back. So yeah, this is one of those things that takes me a little extra time in my day. But if I could figure these out, if somebody can't tell me exactly which ones, then oh, here's another one. Check this out. Okay, this is hit and it's twisted and it's back under here. So this was hit here. This, all the sheet metal, everything is pushed back. And this whole condenser has a bow down in that corner. It's all tucked back. So most likely they're gonna, that lower core support, yeah, you could see where it used to sit and where it's at right now. This is one coming out. The condenser is twisted. It had a pre-existing, so you always notate that. Even in collision, even though it had nothing to do with AC, you put down that there's pre-existing leak and the compressor could be damaged, because every time a system is run low, that compressor was overheating really badly. Sometimes you're lucky and sometimes you're not. Put that down. If you're doing this as a sublet for cover your ass, cover your shop's ass, because the customer may say, oh, you did my AC and it stopped working, it's your fault. No, that was already there. Put that down. Let's see, we got another hybrid with a brand new front end on there, so I don't know if that's one I have to recharge. We got another hit over here. Not sure. Let's see. So I look for the ones they just cleaned. They'll all be brand new bumpers, and look for new condensers. Oh, that's a hit. Yep, that's gonna get, so that was pushed back. You could see it hit right here. You could see it didn't puncture any lines, but it broke and pushed back the condenser, and they're just separating. And anyway, this aluminum's all falling apart anyway and oxidizing, so they need a new condenser. All right, that's one. Please. Okay guys, I'm gonna start on the known one that I have and the other one that I know for sure, and then wait to get the okays on the other ones and see any other here. But do you see how easy that is? Even vehicles that don't need the condensers removed on some of these, it's easy to spot ones with the little leaks, and that's money either sitting there right now that needs to be done. Oh, there's another leak. Oh, what do we have here? Do we have a Honda or Toyota? Oh, the Subaru one. Oh yeah, that's right. So I did a couple videos on these Subarus with the leaking condensers, and it's right there at that bottom plug. Sometimes, let me zoom in on that. Boom, condenser job, that easy. And it looks like it has tracer dye in it. And yeah, that's one right there, needs to be done. So more money sitting there. See, one technician can go around in a shop, and an A-level technician can do 20 or 30 cars air conditioning in a day, and just tell B and C level technicians what to do. So you have your A-level technician, and then you have maybe 2 B-level technicians, and you can have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 C-level technicians, and the A-level technician can do 20, 30, even 40 cars in a day, diagnosing, spotting out, picking out things, telling the B levels to tell the C levels what to do, or you tell the C levels to do. And by the time you go through 30 cars in one day in air conditioning, compressors, condensers, evaporators, if you have the access to all the parts, one good A level can make a shop a good $40,000, $50,000 in a day in swap out and parts, labors, materials, pay for it, and just ridiculous. And you know what? Most owners of shops don't know this because they don't know how to manage those kind of guys. And you as an employee, you lose money if the guys above you don't know how to manage you right. It's a whole symbiotic work. You got to work together as a team. But unfortunately, if you're too good and you're an A level, it's time for you to leave, open up your own shop, or try to work with your owner and make him money, and you guys can make money together. But if you don't see eye to eye, then you're just not a fit for that place, and you got to go. Because you will be held back as a technician, not be able to make money because the owner is incompetent, or he's cheap, or he's lazy. But sometimes you get lucky and you could get a good symbiotic relationship going on, and how to work business together. Because as a technician wrenching, you don't understand the business side of the money gains and losses. And as an owner, especially an incompetent one, sorry, incompetent ones, you know who you are. And I'm not pointing fingers at you, don't get pissed off at me, but there's just so far you can go not being able to do your work yourself and really understand the problems with these modern cars that are coming on, and just point fingers and tell a technician what to do. And then there's some losses because something gets broke, not right, or skipped. That's your fault. You're the owner. If you don't know it, it's your fault. Look in the mirror and there lies all your problems. Don't blame it on the technician. You hired him. You're incompetent and you can't train him properly. That's your problem again. Things come back on the tow hook or bad reports from a customer. That's your problem. Everything comes to the owner responsibility. You hired them, you keep them. You can't train them, go flip burgers. Yep, this is a good shop, and this is one of the ones where I tell you, like the guy here has that classic car here. If you have a classic car and it needs repair, this is one of the shops. This is in Daly City, and I highly recommend this shop for classic car repairs, because there's few guys who can handle that anymore. And this is one of the lucky ones to be around, and that guy who has that old classic car is really lucky. All right, guys, I'll see you later. I got to go pull my car tools out of the car and stop blabbing my mouth off. See ya.